The next award is the highest recognition the association can bestow. The ACUHO-I Award is presented to an individual who has retired from the profession and recognizes the full scope of his or her outstanding contributions to housing and residence life as a profession. This year, we are honored to recognize two leaders with this honor. Our first recipient retired after serving 14 years as the Vice President for Administration and Finance at Ohio University. Prior to his tenure at Ohio, he served at Morehead State, Michigan State, and the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. He served his profession in exemplary fashion and in many ways through his service in ACPA, NASPA, NACUBO, and as ACUHO-I president. He served on several ACUHO-I committees and made numerous regional and national presentations over the years as he participated in our association. He and his family also attended the first 16 annual conferences starting in 1964. While this individual was ACUHO-I president, the Ohio State University was selected to be the site of the association's first central office. In addition, he was instrumental in the formation of the ACUHO-I Foundation, recognizing the increased value and support it would bring to the campus housing profession. It is with pleasure that we welcome Gary North to the annual conference and recognize him with the ACUHO-I Award. Gary, would you please come forward and share some thoughts?
President Elliott and colleagues, one of the fellows down in the third row there said, if you get up there, be humble, be brief, and sit down. So let me attempt to do that. It's hard to do so after having gotten this award, however. I can't tell you how thrilled and proud and pleased I am to be among those distinguished people, the company of whom I never expected to be involved in, who have received this award. Marty and I attended our first conference at Penn State University, and the most dramatic thing they did at that conference was to have the waiters march in white jackets, black pants, and do a little drill with the serving trays they had. I can't imagine what they would think about tonight's opening. But anyway, the other thing I was going to mention, I was involved, as was noted, in planning and executing the selection of a home office and executive director. And I'll never forget the almost vicious debate we had in some cases about, do we move in that direction? What will happen to our organization? And can we stay involved if a CEO or executive director has control? And one fellow said, well, I'll agree to it, but only if we agree there'll only be 2 staff members, the executive director and her secretary. And then he said, and furthermore, this conference will never go off campus. He's turning over in his grave right now. This is spectacular. What you've done and how this organization is grown is a tribute to all who are here and all who've passed. And I thank you for this award. I want to also acknowledge my wife, Marty, who's been my lifelong friend, love, and companion for 53 years. Together we... Together we put more miles on to ACUHO conferences than you'll ever imagine. Our 2 boys grew up in ACUHO, and we all continue to maintain friendships from those which were established 50 years ago. So again, let me thank you. Nothing I could ever say would repay the debt I owe this organization. So again, thank you so much. Godspeed.